Welcome back, everybody. We are on another Cribs edition today. This is not the 500 kilo challenge. This ship I call the Water Strider. And that's why. Yes, it would have been better if the catwalks had come off from the center and gone diagonally to the, quote, legs. But we can't do diagonals with our, not reasonably so, with our catwalks, devs, diagonals devs. So today, I'm showing you this. There are no rooms between those four pods. I do want to make a disclaimer right here. I don't know that this won't irrevocably screw up your ship. I've been playing this for guide. This ship was painful. It took me so long to get this. I've been doing it for 2.5 days. I don't know if it will, at some point the game loads up, it sees missing rooms there, and it just deletes these pods over. I don't know. If you do this at your own risk. I am on public test. If it does that to my ship, it sucks, but so be it, it's on public test. So, and I can already see I missed some paint. Joy. Yeah. I've gone through like 1,200 paint on this thing, and it's not even that big of a ship. So anyway, I would also not recommend putting your turbines up like that because they can take lightning damage. However, it just looks cool. So we're going to go down and check out the Water Strider. So up front here you have the, quote, antenna. Okay, it's a stretch, but what else can we do? We have nothing we can stick off the front that would look like antenna. This cool trick I've got with my boxes up here, I like it, so I keep doing it. It's just got a single monobody that really doesn't do anything now. I just gave up on trying to hunt for all the new stuff. I spent so many hours stopping at tower after tower after tower trying to get all the new stuff so I could display and show you all the new things, the plates, the teacup, that I just can't find them. So standard cockpit, nothing special about it. Over here you can see that this is only connected by, and you can actually go as far as connecting it with just railings. Have nothing here, and it literally looks like these are floating. But it makes it impossible to get to, like that one right there I wouldn't be able to get to right now. I used I'm not going to forget this time. I'm going to look it up right now because I keep forgetting, and then I can't tell you guys what I used because I really like this paint color. This is on Complex, and it is Winter. I used a combination of Winter and Dark on this ship. So first things first, we're going to go over here to Gringotts. This is our bank. It is guarded quite well. You have the captain of the guard right there. This little guy is just standing there menacingly staring at you. You know, you got all the stuff, all the things you would need. This is, again, public test, so I'm not going crazy and filling all the slots just to make it look all full and everything. But I do have quite a bit of stuff. Imagine that this is their desk, and they're working to catalog all the things that you bring in to place in the vault. And that's another thing, devs. We need to be able to stack things. I should be able to place an item on top of that, meaning, I don't know, stick this lantern right on top, stack them. I should be able to stack things. Most of the building is this.
A storm is coming.
There's always got to be a storm coming. We need to be able to turn that off. I'm waiting for you modders, get out there and make one where I can just set it to be sunny, low wind, daytime the whole time I'm doing these videos. Anyway, most everything is with natural light. I do have one room that is the cold color, and I have one room that is the warm color, but most of it's natural light. So you can see how the turbines are positioned up top. It's a very cool look to it. Glass all around, with the exception of the floor, because I thought it was just too much. And then we can come over here to the mess deck. So this is another thing. I've probably been to 20 overgrown towers, and I was only able to find 5. It just... whatever. So this would be the indoor garden. You'd have your captain's desk to come in here and plot courses. Devs, let us put this radar on this table, please. I do have the water cooler. This new thing where I'm using the amber shelf upside down as a kind of like a light accent. I was able to find 1 clock in all my travels. Standard stuff, kitchen, so you got all your food items, you've got a place to sit and eat. Kinda, I don't know, this is kind of cathedral looking. It's pretty neat. Got my oven with exhaust vent hood, the range hood. I've got my spoiled. I come in and I'll dump all my extra plants in here to let them spoil. Double kitchen here, same standard stuff there. You can see I moved my turbines from out of here, which they would normally be, and you don't need 4 turbines anyway. But it was... I wanted to do something different, because that's where I always put my turbines. Not using these as an art display, I think, is really cool. Especially how they match up on the wall. Same thing. This was going to be full of like the plates and the teacup and all that. And yeah, such is life. We'll come out here. This is I think they call it aft, the aft deck, I believe. So you see all that. You see the shadows. That's kind of like my fish tank. Okay, that's a stretch, but it's kind of like my fish tank. I literally waited for over 10 minutes in game for it to not only be daylight, but to stop raining. And then I get daylight, and then 2 minutes later it starts to storm. Of course it does. So, got the gnomes at work. They're trying to see what these come out with. In these back, the way I have these is this room, I deleted it. You've got a way for your insect catcher to run down. I found a new way to do this, so because it's an uneven, I always did a little bit of extra metal. But I decided, screw it, I'll just put a battery, stack of batteries in that spot, so I have equal distance for both. And then, of course, I've got the... oh, which isn't on for some reason. Let's turn it off because we're talking. A little bit of damage here and there. Dual fabricators. This is the... obviously, this is the lab, the workshop, whatever you want to call it. And so they're working on everything in here. Coming up with samples, trying to determine... you know, these guys trying to do their scientific work and figure out what's wrong with everything. This is the cold room, so I have the cold lights in here. Virus samples. It currently only has the boosters because for some reason you can't put the virus in the freezer, which kind of makes sense that we should be able to put viruses in there. So batteries, fuel, lures, that kind of stuff makes sense because it's the back of the ship and you got your thing right there. Perfect place for them to be. And then we come over to the captain's quarters. Got your half bath ensuite. Very Spartan accommodations. Very exposed to do your business. But I mean, who's gonna watch you? The dust moths. So you know, it's something. This is the warm tone, so I put some warm colored lights. And I made a home theater. 5.1 surround. Right? You know, you got your tower speakers, your left, center, and right, your subwoofer. By the way, there is a speaker in this game. There's a model. You can find it. But we can't pick it up. Devs, let us pick stuff up in the world and put it all over our ship. They've already got the models. They're already there. We can see them in the world. Let us pick it up. You know, we've got some drinks, drink station snacks. I couldn't find the milk duds in the game, but you know, there's no popcorn boxes, but it's something. We only get one channel, but and I did try to actually build a frame. So the issue is these guys don't actually turn the direction that they do in the trailer, where it goes like this straight back and makes that shape, which would be up all the way across, down, all the way across, up, and then I could turn them off to make a black masking color. But they don't work like that in the game, and I'm not really sure why they changed that, because I like the other way better. And then the square ones make a literal square, and that's not what it looks like. So I also tried turning 3 of these vertical, putting them side by side, but the light's length there again is, even if I did along with a square, along, square, it's now, if you had 2 wide rooms instead of these bubbles, you could probably do that and then turn these vertical. It would be probably 4 across. Yeah, it would look silly, but it would look like a proper movie theater screen, and then you just turn all these off so they present a black color, and then it's masking. And you use dark for the back or one of those kinds of colors. Got a beanbag chair, and he's sitting there watching the, one channel we've got. Of course, standard stuff with the pet, got that. This playthrough doesn't have... this was my very first playthrough, this save I'm on, and I did not find the poster in the beginning on my first time playing through. So that wasn't fun, but it was what it was. Now, I should have... Oh, screw, I'll go right back. I forgot to show you this room, too. So, same thing over here. And I'm going to get some mats, and we're going to show you something. So, let's turn that off so it's not, just in case. Well, I should probably pay attention to my foodage and my drinkage. I'm going to show you how I built this. We'll go fairly quick, but to give you an idea of what it is so that you can do it yourself. There we go. Alright, so let's say... I don't know. I'm going to mess something up. Anywhere I go from is going to screw something up. Let's see, where do I not have something on the wall that I care about? Let's go from that. Okay, so you're going to come out from this space right here. You got room. Alright. And then we got another one. And then we got another one. Now, for whatever reason, let's say this room here is the room that you want to be floating off to the side. Doesn't matter why that is, it just is that. So what you're going to do, you're going to take catwalks. This one's easy because it's really short and connected. And you're going to connect it with the catwalks. And I'm going to come up here, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this. And now I have a room floating there all by itself. Just hanging out. Now, I can further from this. Depends on how you want to do this. Come on. It's going to be hard to do it from down here. You can... I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Oh, stop, stop, stop. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be so difficult to do. Turn. Thank you. Thank you. Take that off. Take this off. Take that off. And now you can see I have that room connected just from the top, which is how I did this. This is a terrible way to do your engines. However, it does work. They don't really get hit by lightning much. In fact, I have not had them hit by lightning. But so the way you have to do this is you have to build out with the flat. Come out, and you'll be out on this side. You'll be out like this. I can't do it because you got to start there. You come out, you come across, you go over, and you go around, and then you put these up, and then you delete the flat catwalks. And that allows you some really weird shenanigans putting these things up, and it all works. Man, I better watch myself. I'll fall off this thing and kill myself. And that allows you to get them up there. I don't like the way it looks, having these stick out like that. But the alternative would have been a segmented body to get them like this. You'd have to put them on, skip one, put it on. Sorry, skip two. Put your things. It's pain, and then put it behind that. I didn't want to have to deal with all that, so I just went around. I still don't like the fact that we can't stick these up over, and it's only because these fins stick down or end up just a little too far. They don't quite fit over, even if we could only fit a portion. So I tried that too on I don't know, some recent build that I had, where I put the railing halfway, and then I tried to put it halfway over, so just the engine compartment, not the thrust nozzle in the back, the intake, I guess, was up here where these fins were coming down. And it did kind of work, but it was just a little too clippy. Again, with the collision model is pretty good on the engines and the turbines both, but maybe it's a little too much on the balloon, probably is how it works. So now here's something else. I don't know if it's going to do it, but we're going to try. I have a room standing here all by itself in the middle of nowhere. I got a room there that I can still build to. And it's floating. Now, if I really want to blow your mind, watch this. The room is moving with me. And it's floating in mid-air. Now, this is where I think you would literally break the game. I'm not positive on this because I'm not willing to risk taking all those out, log back in, and find out that whole pod's missing. Because it's like, there's nothing there. I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to pretend nothing exists over there. But I found a way to literally have floating rooms. If, and this is a big if, and take this if with a grain of salt, because if you do this and blame me for it, I'd be like, hey bro, I've got video of me saying if it works, and don't do this at home, and blah blah blah, you know. But yeah, it's functional. The room's there, the room moves with me, it adds to my weight, I can do things with it, but probably having no connection, at some point it's going to freak the game out, and the game's going to drop that portion. Actually, I think what I'll do is I will leave that one section right there and just go about life for a while in the game and, you know, change things around, and I'll give you an update after I log out, log back in, and see if I have 2 rooms missing that were floating there doing nothing. Alright, since it just doesn't want to stop raining on this kill me. There it is. This is the Water Strider. That's how you create invisible pods, or at least semi-invisible pods without the rooms. This I feel a lot more safe with than I do with that. Although that's cool, because I could see you disentangling your engines into a separate engine room that just floats behind you. God, that'd be cool. I'm just too nervous that that's going to dump on me and I just lose everything. It'd be fine to lose 2 rooms worth. It would not be fine to lose 4 upgraded engines, all the fuel, all the materials and everything for all of that. That would not be okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.